This is the Wet Brains Podcast. Poggers. Okay, 8 dicks, and let's begin.
Welcome back to another episode of the Wet Brains Podcast, where we're here to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, if it comes around that time.
Hey, not everybody celebrates Christmas. Happy holidays, guys.
Oh, dude, that's such an American thing to say. Such an American thing to say. Season's greetings. And Happy New Year, whenever this comes out, hopefully.
Probably.
But yeah, hopefully. Okay. Anyway, I guess we're here to just talk about, things that happened in 2020 that we're proud of, despite it being a shit year, and things that we're not so proud of. And then, upcoming things that we have as a group looking forward to the new year, which is 2021, 2K21, hahaha, what's up?
Shout out.
Yeah. So what do you guys have? Well, what do you guys think was some of the worst moments or some of the best moments you've had in this shit excuse of a year?
Not it.
Dang.
I'd say the pandemic definitely was the worst.
I'll go first then.
Okay.
I have to say worst was I had an angle grinder cut into me, my lung collapsing, and just fucking dog shit fucking time just living, I guess, yeah. Just like,
Existence is
good.
fade.
Damn.
That
Existence
doesn't
is
sound
fade.
pleasant. That doesn't sound pleasant at all.
That sounds like 2019, dude. That sounds like a rerun.
Looky.
It's a rewind
Yeah.
time real quick.
If you want to hear more about Keenan's injuries, we have an episode about that actually.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out, dude.
Shout out.
Self-plug, a little shameless plug.
I think it's
Yeah.
it's the first episode of the injuries one, I think, yeah.
Yeah, the first one's the injuries one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's kind of hard to remember most of the year for me personally, just because we've been in pandemic for so long and lockdown. So the last 10 months really seem so long. Like, can you believe that at the beginning of the year there was like bushfires, with the U.S. almost went to war. Here in the Philippines, a volcano was erupting so hard that ash was just falling down and shit. Like, that was at the beginning of the year, and I almost kind of forgot that happened. So, 2020 really started off with a bang, I'd say, for a lot of us.
Kobe died this year. So crazy to believe. It was last year.
That was this year. Kobe Bryant?
Yeah. No, but it
That was
feels
this
like it's
year.
been so long since that happened. Since that news.
Yeah. And I definitely say one of the worst moment probably was the pandemic hitting, and just things not getting better fast enough, like people not taking it seriously here, definitely made it worse and put us in the position that we're in now. So it is fortunate that there is vaccines coming on the horizon for 2021, so that's something to look forward into the new year.
True.
Definitely.
I don't know. What were your? Well, I guess it's kind of easy to just say the pandemic was the worst part of the year, right? Worst moments. But like during the lockdown and pandemic, like what would you say was the highlight? Let's keep it positive. Positive vibes. We're the boys with the positive vibes. So what are like some of the most exciting or your highlights basically of the lockdown period?
Ketamine.
Straight up, huh? He still hung up on it.
Just following up, it's like, oh yeah, the ketamine.
Man, I've fucking been missing it. Oh.
Damn.
Alright, fair enough.
Should all collapse our lungs.
Just
Get a blood
everyone
out.
just have our lungs collapse just so we can get a dose of ketamine at the hospital.
We-
Put in
we
the
know
whole
what we have to do.
tranquilizer. Yeah.
But yeah. So what about you, Alex?
I don't know about you guys, but like this year has felt exceptionally fast.
Oh, okay.
So I think in March and April it felt really slow. But then like once I was in like full blown strict lockdown, the days went by really fucking fast for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just mainly because I was just on my computer most of the time. And I was just playing like, if I wasn't doing online uni, I was playing like video games with you guys in most cases. And I think it just went by really, really fucking fast. Like I just didn't really like count the days, and I sort of lost track of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I didn't have uni, I probably wouldn't have any order or like any structure in my life. But at the same time, I'm sort of like grateful for the lockdown, I guess, because I think it was able for me to like, you know, take things slow at my pace, and also just for me to like, you know, get back into tune with myself as a person. Because like I feel like with a lot of people not being able to see friends or talk to people, they're alone with their thoughts, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people, that's, you know, somewhat scary to be alone because you don't have the distractions you normally had before. But for me, I think it was a good thing because, like, you know, it sort of helped me figure out what I wanted to do with myself and what I wanted to have as, like, certain goals for myself once I got out of lockdown. And, yeah, I feel like I was able to have a drive towards things because I was looking forward towards some things that I wanted to do after lockdown, like you know, exploring the city, going out more, meeting people, and things like that. And also, like, being able to, like, get new skills. And I don't know if I can say the same thing for some other people, because, like, you know, their situation and predicament is quite difficult, you know. And I would like to say that I'm probably very fortunate enough to be in the place that I am now, because I think we've been COVID-free, or my state has been COVID-free for, like, 40-ish, 50-ish days now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, it's been good because I've been able to like do things that I wanted to do ever since I got here, but I wasn't able to do them because like the Rona. So you know, it was nice for me to get that sorted out, and I'm like sort of grateful for that as well, despite how shit it has been for the rest of the world. I think like for myself, it's sort of like, you know, put a little bit of order and structure to things that things were like more chaotic than they were before. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. It was kind of like a period of time for you to just kind of consolidate all your feelings and then kind of figure yourself out and, you know, understand and really figure yourself out. Yeah, I get that completely. I don't know, has anybody else, like, kind of had that same experience? Because, like, I wouldn't say I necessarily felt the exact same Alex did, because for me, back half, the whole of the pandemic lockdown, it just felt so long, especially when uni hit. For me, or college rather, it just slowed down immensely for me.
Does everything feels the same?
Yeah, I mean, like it was exciting to an extent to go to college for something that I was passionate about. So I'm taking up music production, right? It was just me in a school system has never really been like, you know, we never meshed well. You know, I don't know. You guys knew me and Brent, but Benja probably knew me the most. We were classmates. Yeah. Not necessarily the best student. Shout out 6th grade. I failed a class there. Shout out 7th grade. Got multiple D's. 8th grade. I don't know. Probably failed something. D. I didn't get an honor roll until my senior year. Right? So.
Hey man, you finished the senior year with a bang.
I finished strong. Yeah. I finished strong, you know, but. School and me, I've never really been good with it. So coming into this college experience for me, you know, I wanted it because it's also been 2 years since I've last been in school. Sorry. That's my bad. 1 second. I'll be right back.
You're good.
Somebody take over.
Quick intermission.
Quick intermission. So like going on to what he said.
Speaking for Kobe.
Yeah, I think you sort of notice that a lot of like schooling or education, especially when it's all shifted online, it doesn't work. And you know, you feel like you're not learning something useful, right? Like for example, I don't think I've ever used anything I learned in high school to help me now. because I feel like it's the most useless thing. Just because I think it's just mainly all obviously because you learn so many specific things that aren't really useful in your day-to-day kind of life unless you're gearing your life towards a certain direction. And that's what made me realize, like, oh, what's the point of, studying something that I'm going to be absolutely miserable in and only have, like, a career path when, things aren't going to be set, Like, I think having a career path or trying to stay in a career for, like, 10 years, especially in the time after this when everything's so fragile and volatile, like, doesn't make sense. I think it's about being, like, fluid and having new skills and new things and being able to adapt to different environments. I don't know. I feel like I could go on about this. This could be a whole separate episode on my thoughts on the education system and the work system. Granted, I don't even fucking work, so I don't really know if I have a good enough opinion. But yeah, that's just my little token sense on it. But yeah, continue, Kobe, wherever you were last time.
What was I saying? Something about... Oh yeah, so like coming into school, it's been 2 years since I last was actually in a school system. I took a gap year and then I ended up taking another gap year. So by the time I was on my second gap year, I was miserable because I just felt like a bum. Like I wasn't doing anything, and I that really motivated me once I got into college to become a better me, if that made sense. Like I wanted to keep up with work, I wanted to do it on time, and I wanted to do it well. Basically the opposite of high school Kobe. Like I said this to my friends a bunch of times, like college Kobe is a different beast. College Kobe gonna be different, okay? And I think he was, I think he definitely like did all his, I don't know, I'm speaking in the third person. Fucking yeah, I think I definitely upheld my standard for this first term, and I'm just kind of hoping into 2021 that like I maintain it, because as much as I found the topics interesting and like it is subject matter that I chose myself, I couldn't help but shake the feeling that like, I wasn't getting the full experience and I wasn't really enjoying it as much as I could, sitting in front of my computer the whole day, learning about things that I feel would be better suited for like an in-person class, obviously with music and all that stuff. Like it's good to have that physical example and that immediate feedback for the things that we were learning. That's what I kind of missed. But yeah, I'd say definitely the highlight for me, just to wrap, bookend it with that question I proposed a while ago, right? Probably the highlight for me was being able to learn so much about music and progress as a musician, I'd say. I definitely feel like I know way more now coming out of it this first term, which is the goal for college, right? Is to learn something, which I never had like that feeling back in high school, whereas like I'm only in here just because my mom paid for it, so I've got to do it. Now it feels like I'm here because I want to learn something which will eventually lead me into a career in it, maybe, So definitely probably my biggest highlight, I'd say.
Nice. I feel like this is the next evolution. You're a Pokemon. You went from
oh yeah. So I started high school Kobe, kind of a delinquent. I'd say he's like a poison type because he was toxic as shit. Oh, in games, not as a person. I'd just make it clear for everybody.
Okay.
Then college Kobe's the, evolved form, and then, who knows? The third form? Adult Kobe? Shit. Got kids, maybe? I don't know. Fuck.
Ground type because he's hard.
Dude, ground type because I'm grounded.
Oh, damn.
Ground type because I'm gonna ground my kids.
Yikes.
Yeah. But yeah, where are you guys?
That was really wholesome. No,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Good on you.
You're very holy.
Super happy for you, man. It's good shit.
Thank you. What about you? It's also your first term in college, Benjo. We kind of went through the same thing. 2 years not in school,
Yeah.
How was it for you?
2 years not in school and then getting into the first semester of college was definitely interesting. I'm still struggling to find things that motivate me or find things to just like do for the sake of, I don't know, I guess progressing in life or whatever the fuck. But this first semester of college actually kind of helped me, I guess, realize that like I have some sort of potential almost, where it's like I can do it. Like I can do things. Like I'm not entirely fucking useless. Like I'm not just a rock on the side of the fucking road, you know. It's like just there.
You're my rock.
Thank you, man.
Love you.
Appreciate that. No,
That's
but
just hard.
Yeah. So the first semester of college was definitely an experience for sure. Although, yeah, like I said, I'm still trying to figure some things out, but it was good nonetheless. I was able to find out at least something. It wasn't entirely fucking like for nothing, but yeah, there was that. What else happened in 2020? I enjoyed the cafe trips, going like for work, because I didn't really like working in my bedroom. I found it to be like, because like my bed's like right there, so it's like shit,
I feel that.
Let me just sleep real quick, but I have class, so I can't really sleep. So I went to the cafe instead and had some coffee, stayed awake, sat down. I think I like a little more hunch this time around because of the way I was sitting in the cafes, but that was fun. And then of course I think I was lucky enough to have Liam, of course, in Brentville, so I had some company. It wasn't alone.
Yeah, man.
That was super. That was awesome. We'd always go on like some like nightly walks where we just talk about whatever the fuck. We had like our own little podcast. Like we would have had our own little podcast if we would record our walks.
Imagine.
But yeah, it was super fun, super wholesome, super how do you say, like therapeutic almost. But yeah, that.
I'd say that's a good description.
Of course, I think one of the more important things is I was still able to spend Christmas with my entire family. My brother coming home for Christmas and whatnot.
Oh, he was able to come back.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, so that's really nice. Yeah,
absolutely, super important for all of us mentally and just like in terms
mentally, bro.
Mentally, bro, and like just in terms of like keeping the family intact or whatever, because like it's kind of just like a little tough on everyone when not everyone is together. I think that goes literally.
Yeah, especially with like Filipino families, there's such a big importance with like being together, especially like during Christmas, because like I don't know, it's the same with you guys. I know we're not all Filipino here, but for me, Christmas was always the time of the year where like everybody who was part of the family came back, right? And if you were like, even if you weren't in the country, you still had to find a way to like connect, you know, with them, Zoom, call, whatever, you know. So it's always a big family affair in Christmas time.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the biggest things from Christmas is that my brother actually got me like a Chemex, which is like a coffee thing. It's super sick. I love making coffee now.
Is it like
I loved it before,
ground beans and shit?
What's that?
Is it like you can grind beans?
No. So you put it looks like an hourglass, but the top end is like open where you put the filter, and then you put the grounds in that, and then you just pour.
Oh, is it like a drip pour?
Oh,
like
it's
a drip coffee?
It's a drip.
Yes, it's a pour over paper.
So do you have to grind your own beans, or do you like buy it already like pre-ground?
You could grind your own beans, but I do buy my my grounds at this place in BGC, like Percentage Arabica. It's really fucking good. Their beans are top notch, top quality beans.
Sponsor?
Yo, shout out. Let's shoot him a message. You know, Benjo is a coffee fanatic. He loves caffeine in his system.
We'll shout you out.
Tell him we're bleeping it out if we don't get some money in hand.
Yeah. I'll ask him to send some over to Alex over the seas, dude.
Dude, I'd love that.
International sales.
Ship it in a bottle.
So 2020 was definitely interesting. Obviously not the best year, but definitely on
there were bright
brighter
spots.
Side. You know?
There were some bright spots, definitely.
Absolutely.
I'd say.
Absolutely. And just to match what they said, it felt slow for sure. Definitely not fast. It It wasn't terribly
wasn't
slow.
no
It wasn't terribly
Sonic.
slow, but it wasn't like, speedy fast. It was definitely slow.
It's like if they ran the first
Slow.
2 laps of the mile and then walked the last 2.
Yes,
type of
actually, that's
beat.
actually a really good way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out 10-minute miles. What's up?
Shout
But yeah,
out.
speaking of school, Liam's actually heading back to I forgot your school, dog. I forgot.
You're good.
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi, yeah. NYU
Yeah,
Abu
so
Dhabi.
you're heading back. So so you're gonna be starting school, I'm assuming, soon as well, once the new year
Yeah.
hits.
Yep.
How was school for you remotely? Being able to come back to your family but still having to do work, even though you're not even like remotely close to where your campus was.
I think that was one of the things I kind of worried about this year, was that feeling of disconnect. Because just this semester, like previous semester, spring this year, it started to feel like I was finally clicking with my friends, like the teams that I was with. I started playing football, and I was a starter on the team, and it seemed like everything was finally coming together.
Shit, starter, congrats, dude.
Thanks,
I didn't know a cripple could join the team.
They're all inclusive, dude.
That is
crazy.
Goes from
insane.
captain to
Hit him with a cripple line.
to just a starter.
Oh my god.
But yeah, you saying?
Yeah, and then the pandemic hit, of course, and then things went remote, and it was a lot harder to keep in touch with friends from Abu Dhabi than I think I gave it credit for. Like, I lost touch with probably more than half of them. But I got like a lot closer with the ones that I was closer with at the time. So it's like, if we didn't hang out in a dorm before the pandemic hit, it's like, see you never, man.
Yeah. But that's good you were able to like have some relationships grow still, even in these times where like you can't see them in person. Like, I'm sure, like, obviously living in the dorm together, it's way easier to just connect with people just because you see them more on a daily basis than like, because messaging people can be hard, like you have to take the
it's a
initiative.
chore.
Like,
It's a
messaging.
chore.
It is a chore to keep
It's a
humble
chore.
because like, you got to keep in mind everything, and you also have to like manage your messages. Sometimes you get busy and then you gotta go, but you don't want to leave the convo just like in the middle of it. So, there's definitely a lot of factors into why messaging can be difficult. A lot more difficult than just going outside to the dorm common room and being like, hey, what's up guys? How you doing? I'm Liam. I'm a cripple.
Bruh. Rolled in my wheelchair, apparently.
Roll off, dude.
No, you had crutches for a while. You had a boot,
Pimp my wheels.
Should run flames on it.
Yeah, you should have. But yeah, so that's good that you were able to connect. So how was it for you in terms of like learning remotely?
I didn't feel like it was all that different, to be honest. Because my major is CS, so it's
What's
like
CS?
computer science.
Computer
Sorry,
science.
Oh,
Counter
shit.
we're all
Strike.
the
Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Holy shit, you're a pro gamer, dude. You're going to gaming college.
Bachelor
Surprise.
of Science in Counter-Strike, dude, imagine. Holy shit.
Okay, but yeah, so it was still relatively like familiar because it was always dealing with your computer.
Yeah, and there's this whole image of computer scientists working from home anyway,
Okay.
so
Okay.
it wasn't all that different, I found. But-
Yeah.
Yeah, just that disconnect.
Like more so on the social aspect of things, of like college.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'd say I kind of feel the same because, coming into college, like I didn't know anybody in my college, so we have like block systems in my college, and shit, I met everybody online, and I feel like it's gonna be mad awkward when we see each other in person for the first time. It's like, hey, I only know you from the camera on Zoom, dude. It's I don't know. I feel very weird meeting a bunch of people like online. It just doesn't seem normal to me, if that makes sense. Like if it was all in person, like I think it would be a lot easier to make friends with everybody. It took me pretty much the whole trimester to actually start talking to some of my blockmates. It took me so long to actually feel integrated in it. Like, I think obviously that's because I'm, you know, a lot of them just speak mainly Filipino, and I don't speak that well. I'm not that fluent, so obviously I'm like nosebleed. I don't understand what you're saying, and I'm kind of scared to just make a fool out of myself. But, you know, I was able to... It took me quite a long time to get to that point where I felt comfortable talking in our group chat. And I don't think that would have happened if we had in-person classes, obviously. So, because, you know, you're just kind of forced to be with each other if you're in person. You know, you can't just, like, avoid it like you can a message or a group chat.
Making friends online fucking sucks.
I agree.
Yeah, like, I think when you're trying to, like, talk to people over Zoom, right? There's obviously, like, the computer in between both of you, so they're really not entitled to, like, you're not entitled to them listening to you or anything like that. And if they're not interested, they're not interested. And I think, like, the worst part is when you, like, try messaging people on Messenger. For me, right, that's just such a weird thing to do, because, like, you're just messaging them out of nowhere. And, like, if you can tell the conversation's gonna die, and it's gonna die, like, you can't really revive it, because then it just feels so weird. And it's a lot of, like, online etiquette to me. Like, I try my best to be nice towards people, but, like, if there's someone I just really don't think we're gonna vibe with, but they continue talking to me, it sort of feeds me up and annoys me. But I don't think I would have the heart to, like, tell them, like, I don't want to be friends with you, because, you know, they're trying, right?
Yeah, you gotta be, like, respectful for it.
Yeah. And as much as, like, I want to, like, make friends with people, I don't want to make friends with everyone, because, like, obviously, since I'm not picky when it comes to friends, but, you know, I would prefer if I actually enjoy spending time with you, because I have a limited social battery, and if I can't fuck with you that day, then I really can't.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like, you should never have to be forcing yourself to message or, like, to talk to people. If you really you don't have the capacity to, it's like, you know, it's kind of tough on the person, because it's like, you're not in the mindset to want to talk to people, but then you're kind of being forced to, just out of, like, obligatory, you know, and politeness.
Yeah, there's obviously a difference between talking to someone online and talking to someone in person. Like, I can practically talk to people online the entire time, because obviously there's not the same level of commitment and interaction you'd have when you're talking in person. So I wouldn't feel as tired. Like, I could, like, stay on this call for, like, 6 hours, 8 hours, as long as there's something fucking good to talk about and we don't get bored. But if I had to do that with, like, a person 6 to 8 hours, I would get incredibly tired and want to, like, call it quits around, like, the 5th or 6th hour mark, right? And obviously, when it comes to, like, messaging people, right, and being messaged back, it's such a weird interaction, because, like, obviously, when you meet someone face to face, like, oh, hi, how are you, and shit like that. But when you message someone out of nowhere on, like, Messenger, it's just so, like, weird. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you, like, messaging me?
Yeah.
And it's just such a weird sensation, because, like, I feel like you never really had to do something like that, because you normally met them in person first before you, like, message them on Messenger.
Before you message online. Yeah, you already have, like, a bit of rapport before you message
And
people.
then when you decide to, like, just hop on and message them on social media or follow them on Instagram, it's like, ooh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, that's just what I think, though. I just personally would want to meet someone in person first before I decide to, like, follow them or, like, talk to them on, like, Messenger. Because if I get, like, you know, good vibes from them right away, then I'm like, oh, I'm willing to continue this. But if it's like, no thank you, then, like, I would prefer our contact ends after this conversation.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes it's also harder to gauge their vibe over message. Like, obviously, I think I've had an experience with a blockmate, and, like, it was just immediately, like, the wrong vibe. Like, they just came off really strong, and it was really, like, you know, I don't want to name names, but I doubt she'd watch this. To be honest, I don't think necessarily she likes me too much, but it was just very strong. She's a very strong person, and I don't know, you know, if that's actually how she is in person. So who knows? Maybe in person she's, like, really nice and, like, I get along with her, but you know, you obviously can't gauge that because we don't have that opportunity yet to actually see each other in person and see how it is. But I'm pretty confident she's the exact same on chat in person. But
Well, it's like you obviously know if someone's being sarcastic with you if you know them in person, right?
yeah,
But if you
definitely.
don't know them in person and they're being sarcastic, you're like, are you being serious or what? Because it's very hard to convey certain things over message.
yeah,
And like you can go with the whole assumption like, oh, everyone's gonna just be sarcastic, but then like you act sarcastic back, and they might take it differently because maybe they weren't being sarcastic, you know. And
exactly.
to me, I something I sort of fear is just saying something really stupid over text or over message, because obviously
Yeah.
I can't convey the specific nuances of like intonation or how I was trying to work on the delivery. So then it just makes me look like an asshole, or makes me just look like a complete and utter like dumbass. And you know, for me, I don't like that because like that just feeds my anxiety when talking to different people, and that's the
Okay,
last
well.
thing I fucking want to do. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the
Also-
pitfalls. 2020, must say.
Just to
Good
kind of
one.
like move the convo a little bit along. So 2020, you know, Keenan had quite a bit happen to him in terms of his injuries, but Mans is also working, you know. So
He's getting
let
that
us like
paper.
as the only one I think of us who has a job during this
Dude,
pandemic.
we have a
How
job,
was
bro.
it?
We all have a job.
Oh yeah, we're all
Making
podcasters,
content.
professional
Yeah.
podcasters.
Yeah, I
we
just-
are all
I just
employed
work
by
at
YouTube.
the local retro just for like side project, you know. It's just something-
Yeah, but so how is that? Like, you know, I think you're the only one of us who actually have like a job. Well, I guess Benjo's a PT, so that's technically a job.
Yeah,
you know?
Benjo
Veg,
technically.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually quite fun. Like, in terms of like my expectations when I went in was like, oh, you know, I need to like be serious, be focused, like, you know, don't want to like mess around or like upset anyone. Went in, first thing I hear from my boss is, "You fucking cunt," after he hang up the phone. So yeah, and it's really fun. Like we're a bunch of pissheads. We just do dumb shit, talk about a bunch of like random shit, tease each other, and like stuff like that. So
It sounds like a fun work environment for sure.
yeah, it's a fun work environment, but we're also at the same time we're very professional. Like, you know,
Yeah.
customer comes in with, you know, sort them out, and then like if we have mechanics that come in, you know, deal with them. Yeah, so like it's a smooth operation, but we find ways of getting through it, so it's not like a boring day.
hmm
So yeah, it's good.
That was a good balance.
Yeah.
Like
Does it
knowing
pay
when
well,
to be.
or is it really just like a side thing for you?
I mean, considering it pays my rent, or like board, all my food, and then like I have like a, you know, I've got a savings account for like multiple
Mhm.
different things. It's yeah, it's good. You know, I've got like I don't know,
Yeah.
like a bit of money to like with freedom as well. So yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely earns a lot more than we do. That's for sure. As a
Yeah, I don't earn
collective,
jack shit, dude. I only earn during Christmas when my relatives give me money for Christmas.
It's because, you know, we're missing that like little line in our bio on Instagram. Has to have like influencer, entrepreneur,
Yeah,
mechanic.
I think
That's
we each
where the
need
money
like
comes
maybe
in.
500 more followers, and then we can start getting sponsorships from like those brands that want you to like, they'll send you some shit and then you'll be like, oh, check out what's a brand? Shout out no, never mind.
Don't be saying
Keep it, like,
brands, dude. We need to get
brands.
paid for these words.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we're
Insert
not gonna give
generic
out some free
shoe brand.
promotion, you know, but
Yeah.
you know, just like shout out like an iced tea brand or some shit, you know,
Use my Fortnite
some
code.
at home, yeah, some at home sushi bake. You know that got so popular this year. Sushi bakes.
Okay. This I just did a quick rant about like that sort of shit. I see so much stuff on Instagram about like people saying like, "Oh, I'm selling cookies or whatever." It's like are you selling the cookies or are you Yaya selling the cookies? Like,
Oh yeah, like here in the Philippines. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So definitely, I think that is a problem with a lot of businesses, dude. It's like, oh yeah, buy my cookies, this, that, and the other. You know, we're selling this, but then it's like they're not even really making it. Like, I understand there are people that do,
yeah.
you know, put in the work and effort to really make it a business, and I'm not gonna like, you know,
Yeah.
slam them because I think they're the ones like who are actually putting in the work to do it. But there's a lot of people I'd say who are also just like, hey, I could make a business, but I don't want to do the work. So like, you know, you're not the one cooking, you're not the one that, but you're the one getting the money. It's kind of,
Yeah.
it's dishonest.
Yeah.
It's really dishonest.
Bunch of
I get that.
Fake cons.
Kind of makes my blood boil. I'm gonna lie, but you know, that's what happens. I'm kind of
Yeah,
in that
Liam.
culture.
We're talking about you. Your goddamn cookies. Get out of here.
Does anyone want cookies? I'll sponsor this.
This is an intervention.
This
We're
podcast.
not actually recording.
Oh no.
The last 30 minutes has just been to set up.
Yeah, the
It's all
last
been a setup
57
from the very
on my OBS
get-go.
is just for nothing.
All right.
Liam,
I'll
you
make my
lying
leave
piece of
clearly,
shit.
For
No,
one,
but I get-
fucking
I get-
league in the country.
Oh, yeah. I get what you mean about that Keenan and Kobe. Like, yeah, I think that's something that, you know, it's like when people say they're doing something, but, you know, it's obviously a lot of the behind the scenes things is like them not actually doing the work and them just taking the credit for it. I think it's a very just, you know, it in most cases, it's just them lying to themselves. So,
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
like it's up, like you just leave them alone at that point because like it doesn't benefit them whatsoever.
Well, like, if you know that's what they do, then, like, the best way to fight it is just to not buy their products, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think it'd be nice if it's, like, you know, you got your yaya or maid to make the cookies or the pies or whatever you're making, and then you know, you basically, you pay them and you know, pay them extra because they're doing extra work, and you kind of say, hey, you know, like, I'm not making this. This is, like, this is this person making the pies, you know.
That's accepted.
Kind of just advertise. I think that's completely fair
That-
because
yeah,
you're being completely
100%.
transparent about what's happening. You're just like the business behind it. You're like the one getting
The
the
middleman.
market for the food, for the
Yeah.
product, you know. I think that's fair, but a lot of people make it seem like, oh yeah, I made this, I did that, and then they didn't. You know, they're just, you know, and because it became it became a trend to have like an Instagram shop this year over quarantine. It became a trend. I don't know.
Are we
so-
shooting all the shots right now? We're just gonna call everyone out now, just like
Yeah,
You sure we wanna
don't
post
hold
this?
back. You know, wet brains. We also have wet fists. You know, we ready to punch.
you catch
Wait.
these hands, dude. Catch these hands.
Wait, wet fists does not sit right with me, dude.
Whose cup am I seen in next?
But
Dude.
yeah, you know, we're not trying to be like superheroes right now, trying to call out all the injustices. We're just saying that morally it doesn't sound correctly. It doesn't sit correctly when you advertise it's your product when you don't really make it.
Yeah.
You know, especially if it's like has the branding of like homemade this or that. You know, it's a bit dishonest. I'll be real, but you know, again, not everybody does it.
Yeah.
But if you do and you're listening to this, shame on you.
But please stay. Please, like, watch the rest of the video.
Subscribe, but shame.
Held
If you
about-
want to hear
hit the
more
bell button.
tips about how to run a business, you know, just keep listening. We'll provide you. Drop us a like, hit that notification icon, and leave a comment. Rate, subscribe. Oh, shout out when YouTube had rate systems, dude.
5 stars, please.
I remember that. Fuck me. Wait, before we get too off track, Miguel, what was some of the best and worst moments of 2020 for you?
Oh, I wouldn't say, like, I'm not like, I haven't done anything really crazy this year. A lot of it was just like, with my own body, you know, with weight and stuff. Like, that was really the highlight.
Yeah.
But
That's
for
still
me, it was
something.
That's still
Yeah.
something to champion and like be
Absolutely.
proud of.
yeah, I guess, but it's like not something that I'm not happy. It's not that I'm not happy about it. It's just not something that's like a big deal to me.
Mm-hmm.
But for
Okay.
me, it was more like I don't know about you guys, but back in March, when the quarantine really started, when there was hope that it would end, right? When there was hope that the quarantine would end, it felt really slow. But the second it kept extending, like extending and extending, like that's when everything got really fast. Yeah. And then now that there's like a vaccine, like I'm not gonna lie, I thought it would have been next year by now, like by this day, just after Christmas. Like it feels like the 26th and the 27th are taking forever.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, for me it's just like I'm honestly just in the waiting game for next year and hoping, you know, whatever opportunities will present themselves or whatever services may come back, I can take advantage of those. Because even like, as someone who's applying to college, you know, to university, like it's pretty hard to do everything digitally, especially when you have to deal with transcripts and recommendation letters. Like, how am I even supposed to pick those up?
Dealing with our alma mater with that in general is not the smoothest of operations. I'm gonna be real. I went back to that campus like multiple times trying to get shit, and it was not to bash them, but it was kind of not the smoothest operation. So I get what you mean. It's even harder now.
Yeah.
Now that you got to do it like digitally, like trying to get in contact with all the teachers and shit.
Yeah, but I feel bad because it's like it's not even their fault, you know. It's not
it isn't their fault.
Yeah. So like I don't know who to blame.
The government's fault.
Whoa, wait, hold on. Sponsored by the president.
Hey, no, wait, no.
No, we're cutting that out.
Did you just?
Hey guys, we're back from
All I
a
heard
little
was a beep.
intermission.
Like,
We didn't say anything out of place, by the way. Sponsored. No, but yeah.
But yeah.
It's just like the waiting game, really, to see what doors open themselves, because obviously, in times like these, you don't really have the handle on your end.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, hopefully, at least in this country, things look better very soon. But vaccines and all, it's starting to look that way. So, just hope.
Well, let's hope Sinovac is works well. You know, because we could have got any of the ones from the U.S. or the U.K. So,
quote unquote, dropped the ball.
Dude, okay, so apparently it was
Another
just
podcast.
it was okay. I just want to bring this up because I found this story so stupid. The reason why we couldn't get a Pfizer deal was because they just quote unquote failed to submit documents needed for the vaccine deal. Apparently it was already there, like we were about to get it, but they failed to get it. I failed to submit documents. I don't know. Kind of sus. There's a hella conspiracy theories about it too, but you know, let's err on the side of caution here and let's not go into it too hard.
I imagine it's just one guy who just forgot to click submit. Like,
turn it
That's
in.
so sad. It just ruined the whole country's chances of like a proven whatever.
Like a high school essay. That'd be so sad.
It's like submitting something on Turnitin and you don't click submit. You click upload, but you don't click submit.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so bad, dude.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
I submitted, guys. I promise. It's like one of those corrupted files.
Sir, I uploaded it on Turnitin. Did you not see it?
did those,
Like,
Thanks.
no, sir.
did those
Extend your
like,
essay deadline.
Mr. Cockeye, he was like that.
Who?
He's like,
Who?
Mr. Cockeye.
Oh, well, we aren't dropping names, but
Oh my god.
I'm getting a good idea of what this is. Going on me.
Oh. Alright, well, to segue from Miggs' thing, because he's waiting for, like, 2021 to get better, what are your guys' want, goals, things to look forward to in 2021? You know, that kind of thing.
It's difficult, like what I want exactly out of 2021 or going into 2021 for that matter. I mean, I think like just in terms of the basics, like I want some good vibes going into 2021.
Corona
Bro.
Ligawan.
Good vibes, dude.
Because 2020 was full of fucking bad shit. So I don't know.
True,
It wasn't
true.
It wasn't the best, but yeah.
Mm.
I think one of the main things that I definitely want out of 2021 would be for the Wet Brains to just keep on and just to improve some more. You know, pumping out different types of content, not just podcasts. You know,
IRL.
Yo, you heard it here first, guys. If you want Benjo's 2021 wishes to come true, you all need to subscribe.
Gotta
Hit
like
that
and
notification
subscribe.
icon.
You know, we have like
Like,
26
subscribe,
followers on
share it.
Instagram. That's
Dude, we're growing. We're growing.
no, it's we only have 26 fucking followers on
average of,
Instagram.
like-
Okay, well, technically, then six of us. That's 6 of the 20. So we only have 20 followers.
Yeah, nice. I feel
Small,
better about it.
tight knit community.
Hey, but
But,
our podcast episodes are getting around like 30 views now.
Paul.
Generally speaking, yeah.
That's
Paul.
That's the
pretty
followers on
poggers. Can we get a
Instagram, plus
poggers in the
10.
chat?
Yikes.
Yo, when we hit
Maybe
1,000
we should-
subscribers, we're gonna do a live stream episode of the podcast. You know, that's a promise.
Oh,
that's
actually,
a
that would
promise.
be. I'd
Yeah.
be down to do that. Yeah.
Mm.
You know, so once we get 1,000 subs, that's our 1,000 sub goal there.
1,000 subs, live stream.
Yeah, we'll do a
Yeah,
live
when-
stream,
when we all hit
of
30
the.
years old.
We'll do podcasts, we'll do games, we'll do fucking we'll live stream, dude. We'll live stream everything, boys.
Dude,
We'll
virtual
Feet
blow.
pics,
I like it.
nudes,
yes!
What else do you want? You want
OnlyFans.
live entertainment, music,
OnlyFans.
orgy, online orgies, dude. That's the
Uh-oh.
one.
That's the cyber sex.
We'll just wear GoPros 24/7.
That's at
GoPros on our
1,000
head.
subscribers. At
Open up our own
100,000.
Ask FM, dude.
The
At
super
100,000
special
subs,
salty
we die.
surprise.
Yes, that's
100,000 subscribers, Blue Ray Icky Cookie.
Oh.
Oh no, I don't want to play
You
that
play
game
what?
ever.
What do we play?
Icky Cookie.
Liam is just like
Get
in
practice.
I think you might know it as Soggy
No.
Biscuit, Miguel.
Oh,
So for those, for the uninitiated who are watching right now, so Soggy Biscuit or Icky Cookie, Iggy Cookie. Shout out, dude. GGY. For the uninitiated, Soggy Biscuit is a game where you have a cookie, and you're a group of dudes or girls. You know, we don't discriminate. And your whole goal is to nut on the cookie.
Feel man
And
all over it.
The last one to nut has to eat the cum-soaked cookie. That is the name of the game, and that's the game I'm never gonna play.
because you might lose.
I actually set up my cookie business to make sure this cookie game could never happen.
Did your yayas make this? Huh? What is this? It's
The Wet Brains
This
Cinematic
special
Universe.
sauce.
Is the cookie glazed?
The glaze.
organically glazed gaze.
Oh, Benjo. Kinda gazed there. I
Dude.
gazed into your eyes there.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So.
But yes, 2021.
2021, what's
Yeah.
up?
So that's definitely one of the main things I definitely want out of 2021.
You're looking forward to
is,
Soggy Biscuit in 2021?
Not soggy Iggy Cookie, bro. I'm talking about
Iggy Cookie.
I'm talking about the
Iggy.
Wet Brains channel just to keep on
Yeah.
improving and developing some more because I think there's definitely something to be had here and perhaps there when 2021 comes in. I definitely want to start traveling a bit more once the restrictions start to free up a bit.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
I think the whole world wants to travel. I was talking to Liam about this last night. Like it's
Yeah.
to the point where I feel like once 2021 hits and those travel restrictions start to free up, you just see like continents start moving because they're also just like so tired of just sitting in the same place, you know. But I definitely
Bro,
want to
they've
start
been
traveling.
sitting in the same place for so long.
Absolutely, and I want to start traveling a bit more. Just taking pictures,
See the world.
See the world. I definitely want to do a lot of that stuff, and meet some friends that I haven't seen in a while. So there's that.
Mhm.
And yeah, I absolutely want to take more photos, start doing some more photo editing and some more video editing as well, perhaps in the future. But yeah, that's definitely something that, or like some things that I want to come out of 2021. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking on the Wet Brains thing, Keenan and I, just a little plug, we're gonna be starting a little little show, a little F1 show for those interested in that type of thing. You know, we're trying to reach all corners of the market here with our content. You know,
For the
everything
driver
you could ever
families,
ask for.
Vroom vroom.
Yes.
Brum, brum.
Well, obviously the season's ended,
Show
so we're gonna
fast.
start off the show, just with a little like recap of our favorite moments of the season, what we thought of the highlights and the big moments, and then our predictions for the next season, and we'll pick it back up once there's more news or once the season starts. So definitely look forward to that in 2021.
Absolutely, yeah.
Current title at the moment, we're looking at Wet Brains Presents The Lockup, just because I couldn't think of a funny name for wet something, like Wet Wheels. Plus, like
Wheels.
Wet wheels.
the graphics already kind of made, so I can't really change it.
Damn, bro. Missed
yeah,
opportunity
so
for Wet Brains in the fast lane. Boom.
Whoa!
Yo,
That's so
check this guy out,
good.
man. Holy
Hey,
shit,
you know
spitting
what? Hey, you
bars.
know what? I'm gonna message Sam. Hey, can we change the title?
This
What
is why
brains in the
Liam is
fast
the
lane?
man
That's
with
so
the
good.
cookie business and not us, guys.
Yeah, man.
He knows how to
out here.
brand, dude. He knows how to brand. But yeah, 2021, you guys, other than Benjo, because he just wants good vibes and subscribers. Everybody, he wants subscribers. Please.
You're the man what he needs.
Please
Fill his itch.
subscribe.
Well, for me, at least in 2021, I just want to continue with my schooling and see how that goes. You know, I want to try to get back into making music again. Like, you know, I mainly just post covers on my Instagram, but I haven't made a song in so long. So that's definitely something I want to get back into and understand how to do better. So that's probably my 2021 goal, is to write a song. Another song. Yeah.
What about you, Liam?
Yeah, I feel like maybe my buzzword for 2020 is the keyword is growth.
Safe word.
So
Okay.
Mm.
I wanna take that growth from this year into next year, like be at Wet Brains, like learn some new skills. You know, yeah, just
Okay.
growth in career, relationships, just
Relationships. I like
friendships.
that. Oh, okay.
And yeah, I think one of the things that I didn't quite get out of this year that I was hoping to, just for like self-image and pride, but I was hoping to gain some like muscle mass, you know? And I did. I gained like 1 or 2 kgs, but
Oh, look at you,
Just
big
start,
boy.
Mate,
Start.
we
Start.
aren't gaining
Start.
weight. Me and you, like, no, we can't. It's impossible.
I'm gonna break it, dude. I'm gonna break the curse.
No, don't worry. Wait till you're 30, then you'll start gaining weight.
Yo, shout
Yeah,
out
the
when
wrong
we do
places.
when we do this episode again next year at the end of the year, like, Liam's just gonna come back 30 pounds heavier, just jack the shit, you know, muscles on muscles. He's actually like, joining, the, Mr. Olympia, you know, shout out. I know your
Shout
guys' Wet Gains episode, you talked about that, you know,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
little plug there.
Liam
shout
just needs
out.
to watch the Wet Gains episodes, dude.
Yeah, they
Big
talk
Lummy.
about supplements, Mr. Olympia results. What else do you guys talk about?
No, that was basically it for the
Yeah, see,
last episode.
I'm a fan. Check it out.
Absolutely, check it out, guys.
Yeah.
Please
Shut up.
subscribe. Thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, year-end review, little predictions for our 2021. What about you, Miguel? Well, I guess you kind of like. But is there anything else specific that you look forward to in 2021?
Honestly, college. I mean, I'm hoping I get in right. I
Yeah.
don't want to start too late, especially, you know, most of my friends are basically in it right now. So no matter what, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like maybe half a year or a year delayed. So I don't wanna wait any longer. But
I
college,
get that.
hoping for most of the Philippines to open up. That way, while I'm still here, I can look for job opportunities. just to
Mhm.
like get myself out there, not even necessarily because like I needed like to sustain myself. It would
Yeah.
help, but like I really do just want the experience of getting out there and then doing different things. Just saying, I'm experienced in these fields. It'd be nice. So
Yeah, fair enough. I think those are good goals to have.
Yeah.
But also in the same vein, like, even if it doesn't really pan out for you in college, like, literally no rush, man. Like, Benjo and I took 2 years to get into college, actually getting somewhere. And, one of my friends was saying, from CSB, my blockmate, she said, like, dude, there's literally no rush, no shame in, like, even if I came, because I'm technically, like, the oldest in my block. And I kind of felt weird about it, right? Everybody's like fresh out of high school, 18-year-olds, and I'm like, oh, hey, I'm 20, guys. What's up? But there really is no shame in like getting to where you want to be at a later point in your life, because at the end of the day, it is for you, and you are doing finally something that like you want to get to do, and regardless of how long it takes, it's always, it's gonna be a net positive. That's how I'd say.
That's fair.
So-
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
way of looking at it.
Definitely. If you have the resources to take your time and just, understand what you want to do and what you
Yeah.
need to do for yourself, absolutely. Take that time and use up those resources, because they're definitely going to be used towards something
Mhm.
good. So,
Like, I feel like we forget a lot of the times that 20 is young. Like, we are young still. We don't have to like really rush it that hard. Obviously, it's nice to have that drive and to want to get shit done immediately, but it's not like, we're living in the 30s and the 40s, and our life expectancy is only up to 60 and 70, so we gotta like get our shit done immediately. As long as we keep healthy, we could be at it until we were like late 70s even, before we even think about like stopping shit.
Mm.
Fair
We
enough.
definitely have time. I feel like 20, we have a mindset nowadays like we gotta get shit done all the time. With like flex culture, you see all these fucking 16-year-olds to 18-year-olds like, yeah, I bought a house, what's up? And I did this off of YouTube and TikTok. Can you believe that? And,
Yeah,
you
mental
just feel
illness
bad. You just gotta feel bad. It's like, oh shit, I should be doing something right now. I should have the money to do that shit right now. But like, you get to it at your own pace, as long as you're satisfied with where you're at, Fuck does the world get to say in that?
Yeah,
It's all you, baby.
You're winning,
So, little life advice there for the youngsters listening.
Yeah, don't call us old. We're still young.
true.
We're so young.
Dude, we're Zoomers,
Young
bro.
us.
We're Zoomers.
Yeah,
We're
technically.
technically Gen Z, right?
Yeah, we're all Gen
Gen
Z.
Z.
We're something.
Fuck, that's crazy. I find it incredibly weird that like I would relate more to people who are like 3 to 4 years older than me, rather than people who are 3 to 4 years younger than me. Like, I feel like there's such a big disconnect between those younger than us, and with the same age gap too. It's just one's up, one's down, and the one down, I just don't understand anything. I feel old when I'm. Oh my god, guys, I feel old.
It's probably because graduating, or let's say like just leaving high school in general, is a big cutoff.
Yeah, definitely.
Because your priorities change and your perspective, along with that changes a lot.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's very true.
But yeah, even in high school, dude, I don't know. Just something about people that I just don't. There's like not much like connection there.
The culture in
Because
general.
Yeah, it just seems like they grew up in such a different, like, obviously there's overlap, but it just seems like they grew up in such a different way than we did.
Yeah.
I'd say like all of us, we had very similar childhoods.
Yeah.
Like, but you look a couple years below us and it's like completely different. I don't know. Just food for thought there.
Maybe it's like a
That's-
timing thing with like, especially technology like evolving so fast, right? Because you can argue technology is
Yeah.
the biggest difference. So with it evolving,
Because
so
I'd say
fast-
by the time they were like in middle school and shit, they already had like the newer gen iPhones. Like when we were like getting into middle school, the most techie shit was like the iTouch.
Dude,
You
I was using
Flip
iPod
phones,
Shuffle
baby.
in middle
What do you
school.
mean?
Yeah,
I had a
like
fucking
iPods and
Nokia.
stuff. Yeah, I had a
Same.
Nokia till 8th grade, dude. So
I had a
like,
Samsung flip phone.
Oh,
shout out,
The
dude.
flip phone,
My
baby.
friend had a
Flip
BlackBerry.
phones.
Yeah.
Yo,
Oh,
shout-
your
yo,
friend was one of those
BlackBerry.
rich kids.
Business
Holy.
phone, dude.
Yo, so
Well,
you
those-
can like flip it over and you have the whole ass keyboard, dude. You
The fucking
No,
whole ass
my
keyboard
friend
BlackBerry.
did. I didn't have a BlackBerry. I wish I had a BlackBerry.
Plus 6
Never-
sex appeal. Oh my, BlackBerry.
Yeah.
I wanted one of those Motorola flip phones.
Oh,
Flip phones are
yeah.
making a comeback, dude. They're making a comeback.
Or like the
actually. I'm not even
Samsung,
joking.
like the Samsung like smart flip phone. Oh, it looks so like ass,
Yeah.
dude. It's like ass.
But yeah, I guess there's quite a bit a disconnect just because there was so much progression in technology. Because like by the time they were growing up, you know, iPads was a normal thing. You know, we didn't get iPads until we were already like past that adolescent phase.
I think early high
Adolescent
school.
phase.
Either early high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we started getting more of that technology as we were coming into our teens.
I think. Yeah.
Well,
I
they
think.
grew up with it.
Yeah. I think it's like towards late teen years, probably like grade 9s and grade 10s. We got more of the technology, and then they had a lot of that technology back in like middle school. So
Yeah, I see kids running around now with like their own laptops and like fucking their own like smartphones and now shit, dude. I didn't have that when I was younger.
Yeah.
I sound like a boomer right now. Oh, back in my day, you know.
I think it's also with like the internet, like it wasn't as necessary for us before, but now
Yeah.
you know you might as well take advantage of that as a resource.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. That's definitely a factor.
Yeah, my brother's only 6 and he has like an iPad and like see like technically has a Switch as well and like he doesn't need it. But it's so stupid. Like just young kids just getting technology, not understanding it, but like they know how to use it and like understand like,
Grandpa.
the systems of it and stuff. Yeah, it's unnecessary.
I know we sound like we're just old and complaining, but we're young. We promise we're young. We're
We're
young.
not
No,
even legal
yeah.
yet. Technically,
Isn't
in the
it-
States.
Not a wrinkle on my forehead, dude. We're
Who
smooth.
the fuck
Smooth
wants to live
brains.
in the States with that drinking age of
Smooth
21?
brains.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it's all about that
That's
18,
so true.
18 drinking age, baby.
Nah, mate. Belgium's where it's at. Fucking 16.
Isn't
Well,
some
I
parts of
mean, here
Germany
in-
like 14? 14.
Here in the Philippines, it doesn't matter what the actual legal age is, because you just drink anyways when you want
True.
to.
True.
I don't like. I've never seen it been enforced anywhere.
Now, shut up, 15-year-old me.
I mean, like other than the clubs here, because they have to uphold the standard. But like, there's nothing stopping like going to somebody's house and they have alcohol and then just drinking. You know, and you could. I don't know. When did you guys start? I think I started around like shit, maybe 9th grade, 10th
Like-
grade.
Actively, like partying and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
partying.
8th
I think
grade.
for me it was 10th grade.
Yeah, I would say it's the same. 10th grade.
But I think that's also a bit of a disconnect from people from who are younger. I know I'm not old, but they started partying also when they were already like in middle school and shit, right? Like I could, you know, they were already like drinking and shit back then. So
Yeah.
I feel like they had like less of a childhood. I don't know how to explain it. Like they had less of that
It's gonna shorten
period.
their life just because of like if you have alcohol before you're 18, it sort of fucks like with your brain cells and shit. Like
Yeah, because you're still growing,
yeah,
right? So
you're still developing, so you're literally essentially like just cutting like your brain's growth, so you're not gonna become like a better potential of who you could be later on down the road.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, you'll get wet brains. That's not what you want.
That's
you'll
true.
become
that's
like
true.
one of us, and then you can subscribe. You know,
And you can start
Yeah.
complaining with us about the younger generation. Oh, the fucking
Yeah.
kids these days, that's too easy and shit like that.
Yeah,
Just fucking
Blackberries.
sheep
Yeah.
cunts.
Yeah, Motorola's, dude,
Yeah.
Nokias.
Y'all out here with your iPhones. I had a Samsung flip phone. Only game I could play was Snake. I don't know what you talking about.
Yo,
Oh, fucking
Snake, though?
Doodle Jump though. Oh,
that's too high tech for me. I didn't have I played Fruit Ninja on my mom's iPad.
Oh, you were one of those richer kids, weren't you? Fruit Ninja, Infinity Blade. Oh man.
That's
Yo,
cool.
all the neurons have been activated in all us monkeys right now. Root ninja. Whoa. Collective intelligence is increasing. But wait. Before we go on, I think we were fucking sidetracked for like 10 minutes. Wait, what are your 2021 plans, Keenan?
For me, I mean, that sounds really fucking boring, but like, I want to get a new car. I want to.
Hell yeah.
Oh, he's adulting, dude. He's adulting. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He's
For
adulting.
real. He's got a job. He's gonna have
What kind of
kids
car
next.
you want?
I haven't really decided yet. I was kind of thinking maybe like a
Lamborghini
jacket-
cash.
Man, I don't earn enough for that. No, I want maybe something like one of those like old Japanese like
Like a tuner?
yeah, sort of like an LS.
Okay.
something, or- yeah, I haven't really thought about it too much, but yeah,
In New Zealand, is the steering wheel on the left or the right
it's on the right.
side? Oh, it's on. So that you could actually import Japanese cars there, and it
Yeah.
wouldn't be that much of an issue because you wouldn't have to like change up.
No. Even if I import
Anything.
a car from like America, I can still drive left-hand side.
Oh, there's nothing against
Yeah,
that.
there's nothing against that. It's literally like having it. Just make sure you drive on the right side of the road. That's it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes no difference, really.
yeah. Like,
All right, new car. Well,
Yeah.
we'll keep our fans in touch when Keenan gets a new
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
Can you
Have
get
some
like
nice
a
moves
anime
on it.
decal?
Yeah.
You know, titty decal on your car.
A hentai
Maybe
panel.
maybe want a jet from Valorant.
yeah,
You know.
Big
maybe,
titty goth GF on your car, dude.
some fuzzy dice or something in there. Fuck.
Fuzzy
Yeah,
dice.
dude.
Yeah.
Like make the fucking the car seat, make it like leather or some shit.
The
you know?
car's just gonna be the sex machine, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like musky as shit. You open the door, it's like, oh, what is that scent?
Moist inside.
Like a moist, like musk, dude.
Yeah.
Yum.
If anyone visits,
like that
I'll,
barnyard
I'll give
smell.
I'll give them the ride in the moist machine.
Oh,
Oh.
sick!
I used to like that word, not down.
Yeah.
You're fucking sick.
Now, I also, I mean, cliche, I kind of want to travel, like, it's literally, like, being, seeing people here, seeing family, it's, like, I talk to you guys online, but, I actually want to be able to come up and, like, grab your ass,
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing.
It's mutual.
It's that homosexual energy, dude.
Mutual.
Yeah, no homo.
Nothing screams out good friends when you grab another guy's ass and then make really intense eye contact. Or is that just me,
That's the
fellas?
best.
No.
You did.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm on the same boat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Could you imagine all of us, like, going on a holiday all together, like, at a beach?
Oh, Liam wouldn't survive. Liam wouldn't survive.
How do you mean?
I like
Oh, I'd break
I'm the
his
first to
legs.
go.
No. I feel like Liam would just get so much abuse.
For me?
How
Yeah.
come you can't?
I feel like
He's
it's
too
only-
wholesome. He's so wholesome.
I feel like it'd just be verbal abuse, yeah, from the.
Look at him. He showed
Verbal
up
abuse
dressed up
from
and stuff.
Kobe. Liver abuse from Keenan.
Fucking talk for yourself,
No,
cunt.
no,
Well,
we'll
come on.
we'll treat Liam right the way he's meant to be treated. We'll put him on a roller
That's
coaster.
Hold
A
up.
roller
him on a
coaster of
roller.
bad emotions, dude.
So we try to yell in the middle of the ocean.
Nothing but downs.
It's
Go back to
I
the,
think we should do that.
No, but
Dude,
I
and
think
we-
like
think about all
traveling.
the content we could make too.
Oh, the
Yeah,
content,
That's true.
Always think about the content.
dude. It's
We're
always about the
dedicated.
content, dude. Time to invest in a DSLR.
Benjo has one.
Pretty
Benjo has one.
Yes. Nice.
Let's go. But you were saying, Alex?
No, I think like from what a lot of people said, traveling is a big thing, and yeah, like although I'm fortunate enough to like be in Melbourne, I still would like to travel like back home to see like my family and friends and shit like that because It's like been almost a year since I've last seen you guys and seen like my family. So I would like to go and see them and you guys as well, because like, you know, I miss my family and I miss like being in person and shit. Because you can
Yeah.
have so much more fun in person. But then also just like being able to explore. Because like what you're only young once. Well, I guess. So it's good to spend a lot of the time you have when you're like capable and you know have a lot of time for yourself to like do things you want to do. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, I think another thing that I sort of want to do for myself, or what I already plan to do for myself, is I like I said, like, I have gymnastic rings that I'm learning how to use. So like, I'm gonna start learning how to use those as well to like increase
Oh, dope.
my physique as well. And because like I think from my time in quarantine, my body's been like doing a lot better despite me sitting down all day. So I'm quite happy about that. And I just want to keep pushing it and improving it, you know, and just seeing wherever I can go with it. Because like, you know, it's something to do, it's something to keep me inspired and keep me motivated as well. And then also just like another thing that I want to do is just keep getting better or keep learning how to like edit videos, get better with videos and things like that. Because obviously, like I think it's a good skill to learn, and mostly because you know it's something I enjoy doing, you know. And since I'm at my computer most of the time, and I do like the idea of making content, like why not be able to like make good content aside that requires like not being able to talk. So you know,
Yeah.
like being able to edit, being able to like make compilations and shit like that is like a dream of mine because I've enjoyed like meme compilations and shit like that on games and things like that. So if I was able to like ever make like a 5-minute gameplay meme compilation or something like that, I would be so happy with myself because it's just
Hell yeah.
I'm creating things that I love or I love to watch, and it feels good to do that, I guess.
Yeah. For sure.
You're giving back.
Giving back to the community, dude. Low grade memes for high grade people. But yeah, that's like the things that I sort of just had in mind for 2021. None of that new year, new me bullshit. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm genuinely excited for, you know, what the new year has in tow. Mostly because like I could have the possibility of on-campus classes next semester. But it just depends on like the outbreaks in other parts of Australia. But you know, I'm still excited because like even now I've just been pushing myself to be out of my comfort zone and shit like that, and it's been rewarding. You know, like it's tough, but it's been very rewarding. And I would just want to keep pushing myself to put myself in a situation where I'm very comfortable to be living here and enjoying my time here.
Yeah. That's a
think that-
that's a good goal. I like that.
Yeah, I think like the New Year, New Me like goal shit. I think it's mostly just said out of like irony at this point. I don't think anyone genuinely means that.
Huh. Yeah. Oh my God. New year, new me.
But yeah, like I feel like it's just said out of irony, so no one actually means that shit because like it's such a shit and like fickle goal because you're obviously not setting yourself to some standard or something you want to do. Like what is new you gonna be like? What are you gonna be, an asshole or a bigger asshole or what? So, like it doesn't make sense. Right? Like what do you want
I'm
to
gonna
do?
go
What do you
from
wanna
one
do with yourself?
asshole to another this
Yeah.
year.
I think
Yeah.
it's just, you know, have a goal for yourself.
I got you.
Yeah, it's good to have a concrete goal instead of just saying I'm gonna be different. You know.
I'm just gonna be built different this year. Like, okay.
Okay.
I am built differently.
Dude, next year I'm gonna have entrepreneur in my bio. Cash, dude.
Next year, I'm
Who knows?
gonna start
Self-made
grabbing jobs.
entrepreneur, dude. What's
Just
his name?
entrepreneur.
Fucking
Dude, art of the
Sea
deal,
clapping.
dude. Art of the deal.
See
dude.
coffee.
yeah, man. Self-made entrepreneur.
Shout out.
Dude, I can't say that word. What?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Is it pioneer or is it
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, dude.
Entrepreneur.
Or just make it influencer, dude. Just
Oh,
influencer.
No, just see caffeine.
Dude. Content creator. So stupid. So stupid. When people put like the little like tags on Instagram when they like put like a job they're doing, whatever, something like that, it's just hilarious. Influencer, content creator, entrepreneur, it's some random bullshit like that. It's just like, okay.
It's like 20 years old, accomplished influencer, own fashion line, Instagram business for cookies, father, and a believer in God.
Soggy biscuit.
That's,
Soggy biscuit winner.
Soggy biscuit champion
No.
3 years in a row. You know what's
Yikes.
Make it stop.
The Glaze King, dude.
Oh my god, that sounds
Good.
bad.
And yes.
crispy creamed.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck, dude, that's nasty.
You want to call that a wrap? We've been recording for a minute, hour 15.
Can I do
Or-
takeaways?
Yeah.
Yeah, takeaways.
Alright,
Okay.
so main takeaways of this episode. 2020 was both fast and slow at the same time.
It was just
Middle.
slow.
Bipolar.
It was just new. It
Liam-
was just standard.
Liam needs to make his his
Slow.
own cookies for real, and 2021 is looking to be real glazy. Hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Dude, we out here being the Glaze Guardians, dude.
Oh, Guardians
Oh my
of
Yo,
the
God.
Glaze.
2021 is the biscuit, and I'm playing soggy biscuit.
So you're gonna nut all over it, dude.
I'm gonna
Yes,
nut all over
that's some
2021.
Nut
mentality.
all over it and eat it. Fuck.
I'm not eating it because I'm not losing, dude. I'm not losing in 2021, dude.
There's only dubs here.
Only does
Well, I'm not joking.
Alright.
All right, so let's call that a wrap.
Mm.
Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hit the bell button.
Yeah.
And,
if you like their content.
Follow us on Instagram.
Black on.
Please.
And if
This is the ending song. Like, comment, subscribe.